I'd say we're about 8 months into our implementation. We've got about 40 pilot users on right now. We'll eventually be at about 150, 160 users. Implementation has been great. Our whole team at TDF has been wonderful to work with. It's been a fairly seamless transition. We started with probably 75 different Excel sheets that didn't match. There was no formatting throughout our sales team, and as well as moving over from another CRM. So we're pulling data from a bunch of different places, including an ERP, that none of it was really clean data. So it's been a great process with TDF to help us get through this implementation and clean up that data and make it usable for our team. I'd say our favorite feature of TourDeForce right now is email logging. We were looking for transparency in our organization, something specifically the sales team had asked for. So that's allowed us to see what's actually going on in the field, make sure we're following up on things that are maybe falling through the cracks and making sure that doesn't happen. Within TourDeForce, we've been able to implement some processes that have allowed both our sales and marketing teams to work together to make sure that we are following through on our projects. We can see what stages they're in. We've been a Dodge customer for probably 20 years, and we had users, I'd say over 60% of our users maybe spend about 5 minutes a week in there. We weren't gaining anything from it, and so we now have an efficient process to be able to use Dodge with our projects, our accounts, our contacts, and use that to kind of further our pipeline and our sales. The return on investment, we are already starting to see favorable results from our implementation with TourDeForce. Before TourDeForce, we looked at where we've been working with Dodge. As I said, we worked with them last year to figure out some numbers on projects. We had about 700 new education projects in the Dodge system. We quoted about 150 of those, and maybe were awarded around 90 of them. And we're already seeing that we're able to track those projects within TourDeForce. Whereas before it was floating around, the salespeople maybe knew what they had, what they didn't have, and we were unaware of what was out there. So now with TourDeForce, we're able to track that and see how much time we're spending on each project, our internal marketing teams and our sales team, and we're able to track kind of that return on our investment both with TourDeForce and Dodge. The support team has been wonderful. Any issue we've had, both with the integration with Dodge, integration with our ERP, or maybe just general issues with TourDeForce or glitches that we've had, we've been able to reach out to the support team and receive almost immediate responses. If not that day, the next day. They're always on it. They're willing to help us with what we need, even if it's kind of an above and beyond request that we may have.